Alright, ladies and gentlemen, for your viewing pleasure, the unboxing of Das Boot. This was a birthday present to me for my last birthday. I have not used it yet. But the beer I will be drinking tonight, I think I'm going to need this. So sit back and enjoy. Hey everybody, welcome back. Okay, so tonight's beer that I'm going to be trying for the first time is Hoppy Hawaiian IPA. This is from a local brewery, Keg Creek Brewing. It's just south of Glenwood, Iowa. And they have a pretty good range of beers. This is one of theirs that I've not had. And I've got some information from their website pulled up that I'd like to read. And then I'm going to crack this feller open, pour it into Das Boot, and give it a shot. Alright, so what they have to say about Hoppy Hawaiian IPA is that it is 11.13% alcohol by volume. So it's going to be really strong. Should be able to taste the alcohol. I've had stronger brews like this before, and you can taste it. It's definitely a lot stronger than your typical beer that you're going to get from a major brewery. What they have here is Saka hops were used in large part. On the palate, this hop is particularly spicy with mango, pineapple, and some pine-like tangerine-esque qualities. A smaller portion of citra hops with grapefruit, melon, lime, gooseberry, passion fruit, and I hope I'm saying this right, lychee, L-Y-C-H-E-E, lychee I believe, were also used for flavor and aroma. Pineapple juice was added to the fermenter. The milk sugar in the boil and the vanilla beans added during conditioning gives this beer a fruit shake-like flavor. Okay, I'm gonna be perfectly honest right off the bat, that doesn't actually sound that good to me, but I wanted to challenge myself. I wanted a beer that's local, that I haven't tried, and it's out of my comfort zone. Also, I'm not a big fan of IPAs. I've had too many IPAs where it seemed like they were more interested in seeing how many hops they could get into a brew instead of trying to make a good beer. And so I've just kind of been ruined on IPAs. I'm hoping that this will change things. I'm not saying that I won't drink IPAs, and actually in a lot of videos you will see me drinking IPAs, because that's what I'm here to do, is try beers, give my honest opinion. So, just wanted to give you a heads up. I might make some funny faces while I drink this, but I don't know, we'll see. Alright. Without further ado, let's crack this big boy open. I did also want to make one more note. Any of you that might not be familiar with this, which I'm not outside of Keg Creek Brewery, this is a Crowler. It's a 32-ounce can. This is for when you don't want a full growler filled, or some of their beers they don't even offer in a growler fill. But this was actually on special, $4 for a Crowler, which I think is a pretty good price. And especially with as strong as it is, I mean, it's going to be like drinking 6 or 8 beers all in this one can. What else can I say about it? So yeah, I'm sure other breweries probably offer something like this where they will pour into a can from the tap, and then they are able to put the top on right there. They have a little press machine, it spins around and seals it. So, alright, without further ado, let's crack open Hoppy Hawaiian IPA. This is also kind of a double joy, because this is my christening of Das Boot. I got this for my birthday last year, and I just really haven't had a need to use it. Most generally, I drink out of a smaller glass. I don't want to pour 2 or 3 beers into a glass and drink them all at one time. But since this is such a large beer, I obviously needed a larger vessel to pour it into. Uh-oh. Look at that head build up. Now that's a nice healthy head. I do like the color on that. It's a kind of an amberish, and you can definitely smell the fruit in there. I'm expecting this to be pretty heavy, maybe not quite as thick as what a Guinness is texture-wise. But it's looking pretty thick. It's got a nice healthy head. I've heard from numerous people it's not necessarily my favorite thing, but one indicator of how strong the beer is how long the head can stay on there. It's not necessarily a matter of a bad pour or something, but if even with a proper pour and you get a nice thick head on there and then it sticks around for a while, that's a good sign that you've got a well-crafted beer. Whether that's true or not, or whether that's just somebody trying to sell their own beer for their own microbrewery, I don't know, don't really care. What I do know is that I'm excited to try this. So here we go. I got a little bit left in the can, but I think I actually don't have enough room. Well, let's try it here. Can I get a little bit more in there? Yeah, just a little bit more, but we'll worry about that later. All right, so here is my first drink of Hoppy Hawaiian IPA. It's actually not bad. The sweet fruity flavors are actually surprisingly mild and offer a great balance to the hops in there. Not overly hoppy, especially for not double IPA. I was kind of expecting it to be overwhelming. I've had beers that aren't even labeled as a double IPA be overwhelming. And that's all you can taste is the hops. This is not the case. This is actually a pretty well-rounded beer. It is vaguely similar to, what is that beer? I want to say it's Big Wave Longboard, where it's a fruity but yet hoppy beer. It's almost, let me take another drink of it. It's almost, no, I wouldn't say that. Because there's that longboard beer, or Big Wave, whatever it may be. I'll have to look that up later. It reminded me of like juicy fruit with hops in it, but this isn't the case. This isn't even that fruity. It's just like mildly sweet. I would say of all the fruits listed in the description, the pineapple is the one that I notice the most, and it's like in the aftertaste, which is a nice finish. Because sometimes beers taste great initially when they hit the tongue, but once you swallow them and you get some air on your tongue, it doesn't finish that well. This one, even with it being a double IPA, so, most generally a lot of hops in it, finishes really well. There's not that bitter hoppy taste to it, I guess, is what I'm getting at. I bet you're noticing by now I tend to ramble a lot, repeat myself. What's scary is I'm not even that drunk yet. Anyway, I would say if you are in the area and you feel like making a drive to Keg Creek Brewery in Glenwood, Iowa, go in and ask for a crowler or two of Hoppy Hawaiian IPA. I actually like it. I wasn't real sure that I was going to like it, and was afraid it was going to be hard choking this thing down, but I think probably going to go down pretty smooth. It's especially on a warm April evening. It's kind of warm in here, and it's actually a pretty refreshing beer, even with it being as strong as it is. Texture-wise, it's not real heavy. Don't get me wrong, it's not a light beer by any means, but yeah, the fruity tastes go well on a warm evening, and I don't know, I think I'm going to enjoy drinking the rest of this beer. All right, everybody. Well, thanks for tuning in. That's all I got for you tonight. If you liked what you saw, please subscribe and hit the like button below. And I'll see you next time. This is the Malted Gentleman, reminding you you only have one liver, so use it wisely.